Hey guys, welcome in. So I got another mixing tutorial video for you today, specifically on mixing lead vocals. And obviously it's one of the hardest things to do. There's a million different ways to do it. There's definitely not one right way to do it. But I'm going to show you a chain that I've been getting a lot of really good results with. And it's very to the point, very CLA type mentality where it's like just boost, make it sound good. You know, don't sit there and fish for an hour for frequencies that are bad or, you know, not even there to begin with. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to keep this short, sweet, and condensed. So, you know, it's not like some 20+ minute tutorial where you just want to click off right away. So let's get to it. So obviously you want to make sure the vocal is sitting proper with the beat, nice little pocket. And first off, I'm going to throw in the vocal rider.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind top down, blowing cookies out the roof with no destination, and I'm trying.
And that's basically just to level out the performance, get some more even dynamics on the get-go. It's kind of in substitute of clip gain automation, but without wasting an hour doing it. Next in the chain, let's do some de-essing just to get rid of all that harshness that's going to be amplified later.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like.
Perfect. Next up in the chain, we're going to use the R channel, Renaissance channel strip here. And I got a little preset with the RVox where we're just going to do a little bit of light gating, and we're going to use the Renaissance EQ and the RVox together.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the.
All right, so what we did right there first is we compressed the hell out of that vocal just to get it to sit in a very tight spot, and then we added all that gain back, and you know, there's no distortion, there's no pumping. It just adds this thickness to it and just gets it to sit in a pocket where it's not going to really, you know, jump around. Now the big step comes. We're going to take the Renaissance EQ, which is following into the compressor, and we're going to do some aggressive additive EQ with big broad strokes.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind top down, blowing cookies out the roof with no destination, and I'm trying to come through. Time after time, I'm still trying to fuck with you, girl. I don't want no average chick.
And night and day difference is huge, you know. So we're boosting 10 dB, definitely aggressive at 8,000 with a high shelf, 10 dB around 2,500, just to add all that attack and presence. And we're just really brightening up that vocal and giving the listener all that, you know, all that interesting frequency content that they want to hear, that the vocal eventually needs. You know, instead of sitting there for hours fishing for frequencies, we're just boosting what sounds good and just getting straighter to the point. And I'm not saying you always want to have this mentality with mixing, but sometimes it's better this way. Just save yourself time. So next in the chain, we're going to use the Aphex Exciter. And this thing is just amazing. This can do what basically no other plugin can do, where it's basically adding even harmonics and adding what isn't there to give this very aggressive but bright and polished and sheen, whatever you want to call it, that's really going to help the vocal soar above the mix. But we're going to dial it down a bit.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the.
So you can tell that really helps the vocal poke above the mix. But it's, you know, a little harsh too. So what I always love to do after that is use some Kramer tape. Going to use some 7.5 IPS to really roll off that high end, smooth it out. Let's check it out.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind top down, blowing.
Perfect. So huge combination right there with the Aphex and the Kramer tape, just to get a smooth but aggressively bright vocal and help it, you know, poke above the mix. Let's check those two off.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind top down, blowing cookies out the roof.
Night and day. Sounds so much better, and we're helping that vocal poke without sounding harsh or too aggressive. Next in the chain, tried and true here, one of the best CLA vocals. Gonna throw on a quick preset where all we're really doing is just adding some spread, quarter note delay, chamber reverb, compressing the hell out of it, little EQ, and a little bit of volume compensation.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind cookies out the roof with no destination,
and really saves us a lot of time. Now, obviously, you guys can set up tons of parallel channels, really tailor your reverb and delays, parallel compression, all that, secret sauce stuff. But the point of this chain I'm showing you is just to speedily, get your vocal where you want it to be without having to waste hours fishing for frequencies and setting up parallel channels. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I mean, it makes amazing, amazing mixes. This is just sort of a quicker, like, hey, let's just get down to it and do what we got to do. All right, after that, throw in the L1 limiter. This is just to tame any peaks to jump over.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind top down, blowing cookies out the roof with no destination.
And that's just to lock the vocal in place. We're trying to just very tiny shave off, things that jump over. Last in the chain, I like to use the H-comp, because you can dial in parallel compression right on the channel, which is really awesome. And we're going to throw that on the beat as well.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind top down, blowing cookies out the roof with no destination, and I'm trying to come through. Time after time, I'm still trying to fuck with you, girl. I don't want no average chick. I'm just really feeling you.
So right there, 8 plugins, all inserts, no parallel channels, no wasted time. And we have a very powerful vocal sound right off the bat. This is a very straightforward chain. I think it covers all the most important aspects of mixing. And like I said, you can go so much heavier than this and get, those tiny little bits of percent that matter. Obviously this mix needs to be mastered. Things need to be tweaked. The beat might need to be fixed as well. But I'm just trying to show you a chain that's very to the point and might save you a lot of time. So let's just hear the chain off now.
Just tell me what it do. The rich ride with me. So bring a friend through my eyes low like Snoops. I'm smoking on the truth. Grind top down, blowing cookies out the roof with no destination, and I'm trying to come through. Time after time, I'm still trying to fuck with you, girl. I don't want no average chick. I'm just really feeling you.
Can't argue with those results. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Definitely try this chain out. I think it's a very powerful chain. I've been having a lot of good results with it lately, and I hope to be making another tutorial soon. Just please like and subscribe, and keep it real, y'all. Stay safe out there.